Hi, and welcome to the Design Find podcast, a space where women are interviewed and in conversation to discuss the highs, lows, and everything in between about being a woman in design. The Design Find has new episodes every Monday, so make sure you come back every week. You can find more on the Design Find podcast Instagram. Hope you enjoy this episode. Hi, and welcome to the Design Find the podcast. Today, we have Diana, and she's going to be talking with us. So welcome, Diana.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Of course. So first of all, can you just tell our listeners a little introduction about yourself, where you're from, what you do, what you enjoy, just all of that?
Yeah, so as you know, my name is Diana. I'm working as a head of design in a health and fitness app that called Sweatcoin. I'm working here for 3 years. I'm originally from Russia, but now I'm living in Lisbon in sunny and beautiful Portugal. So design was my all-time passion, and I'm working in the different design fields around 18 years. So that's briefly about me.
Great. And what's your favorite thing about working in the design field?
My favorite thing is that I can change the world. Like I can see my impact on the world, and it means a lot for me.
So can we talk about you being the head of design at Sweatcoin? What's that like compared to other jobs you've done before? As it's an app compared to other jobs, and different ways of design that you use for an app versus any other projects you've done.
Yeah. So as I mentioned before, that's my favorite thing about design, that I can change the world, but also I can change the design and design teams. And I also think that relationship and design team is also a world for me. So the differentiation between working in different projects than working as a design manager is that I can build the design team and atmosphere in the design team as healthy and as a productive things to do. Like this is my main focus. I really love that people can attend the company and feel themselves like designers who is love to work here and feel open and do not be criticized, about all the toxic working environments. And this is my main goal here as a design leader at Sweatcoin.
Great. So compared to other places or things you've done before, is Sweatcoin more of your focus in terms of design, or usually you studied other areas of design?
So my main focus at Sweatcoin is design management, but we started 3 years ago. Design management is to build design team, to manage design team, and make designers happy and thrive, and build a happy and thriving environment for themselves. So this is my definition of the design management. Main focus at Sweatcoin is on building the strong design team, and the design team is focusing on the user journey, user happiness in the app. So they are achieving these goals through different tools like redesigning, using some UX researches, some techniques. So using these tools for making people happier and healthier, and make users to walk more and be more healthier as a person, as a nature.
How does design help with that? Because you would think working out, that has to do with running and eating. So how does your focus of being on design really help and motivate people to work out?
There is an interesting field in design like behavioral changing big design. We can use different techniques like gamification experience, product design things, to check the involvement of users in the process and fixing broken parts of the process. Like as an example for gamification experience, like imagine that you have a day-by-day app that you want to open on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and all the days of the week. And but you can feel a bit bored in the app and do not feel necessary of open the app, and we can fix this. So with gamification experience, we can fix this process, like to add more interesting stuff, more engaging stuff, like, have you tried to play in some mobile games? Like you do some daily tasks and you get rewards from the daily tasks. So we are introducing this experience in the app and make people more involved in the process.
Main focus always to help people with your designs, like at Sweatcoin you're helping people to become healthier, or before was your focus in another area of design?
So in my opinion, designer and me specifically should be focused not just on the people's happiness and make the design better for them, but we have also a business aspect of our work. Like we have to keep balance between work work for users and work for business. Like business bring value to users, users bring value to business, and we can have this balance between two aspects. So this is two areas for me for focus for a long time.
So can we talk about your history of like your education? Did you go to college for design management? Did you learn on the way? How'd you come onto it?
So I'm working as a designer for 18 years, as I mentioned. My education was on the management side. I originally manager, but it was on the financial side. When I started to graduate bachelor degree, I realized that I don't want to do finance stuff. I hate it, but I have passion to computers. Like it was on early 2000s, and computer tech industry just started, and I decided to search for a job in this industry. My original idea was to go to, DevOps side to manage all the, computer infrastructure, but I decided to go for work for one company. I reached them and asked, do they have an open roles? And they said, like, we have a designer position. Would you mind to join? I said, yes, why not? And I studied Photoshop for 1 week, and that's how my career was started.
So you just said that you were one and you became one.
Yes. I want a job. I love your company. I want a job. They said, like, there is no tech opportunities, but they have design opportunities. And yeah. So
didn't they ask for your what previous experience you had, or they just said, oh yeah, you can join?
They know that I'm a fresh graduate, so they already knew that I have no previous experience.
So they really took a leap on you, but it was good.
Yeah. And then my learning journey was starting. I was learning from this point, like how to be a designer, how to do a graphic design on that point, then how to do a product design, and I finishing to learn how to be a design manager. As I mentioned before, I'm originally from Russia, and we have a pretty famous Russian design manager who made an amazing course how to be a design manager, how you can solve problems. Yeah, and I took his course on design management, and it helped me
Was it
so
just
much.
an online course or a book or?
Yeah, yeah, it was online course.
So would you
I
recommend people to go the same route as you of just like going, seeing how it is, or do you think it would be more beneficial to study design in university?
So, when I started 18 years ago, there wasn't a design education, proper design education. Right now, we have so much knowledge around. So, my suggestion is definitely to learn how to be a designer, graphic, product. So, take knowledge not from your experience, your own experience, but from other people they would love to share, and you can avoid some mistakes like I had. So definitely learning is a key for modern designers.
Um, what is something you want to see more of in your design field?
I would love to see more women in design and in tech on management position. As I know, there is not much women who drives teams, and I think that diversity is really matter. I've seen it on my own experience, like building design team, and I think that diversity can bring a lot of value to companies and to the society. So I think women should drive.
Mhm. So what does it mean to you to be a woman in the design field, especially in a management position, which is quite rare?
It means for me competition. You know, usually on our team meetings, like management meetings or other stuff, usually I'm the only woman, or there is two women on 10 men. And it means for me that I should be, I should be doing not 100%, 150,
Like to like prove
200%.
yourself.
Yeah, to prove myself to other people, to show my value to others. I should be 2 heads ahead of others, to be recognized as a professional, and people can trust me, because these biases in society, like, oh, these pretty designing graphic ladies who can do nothing, oh, they can design websites and that's it. But it's not true. I'm
Mhm.
looking how my female designers, I mean my design team, are working. They are brilliant. They are doing designs on the same level as male, and I don't see any differences on their performance. But I'm hearing this bias a lot from male programmers, developers, like this common bias, and I would love to completely demolish this bias from our industry.
So what's a way that you could give advice to other women in your field to say like change the norm and have more women and stand up more?
Do not be shy. We are living in male dominant world, but it's temporary. Soon we're gonna live in the equal world, in my opinion. So if you see some doubts about yourself, about your performance, please find a mentor or trusted friend with whom you can go through all your things that you're shy about or worry about, or maybe therapist to work with, and go through biases, and do design and thrive.
Great advice. What advice would you give to your 10-year-old self to help you change?
Oh gosh, you what advice I would love to give myself? Life is pretty funny. So take everything you want and do not hesitate to do anything you want. So you're doing right. You're gonna go through a lot of interesting situations in your life, but it's gonna be interesting and you will gain a lot of experience. So please live.
Great. What is something that people don't know about you? Because, we've heard a lot about Sweatcoin and doing design management. Is there anything else that you really have a passion in, or is something like a really big characteristic of you?
I'm a really shy person. No one knows it, but I have a lot of fears.
You make yourself not shy.
Yeah, I have a lot of doubts. I had a lot of worried about, but I have a inside monologue, and I can calm myself and see self-conscious, calm person. But I'm a little 10 years girl who shy to speak out or do some stuff. So it's my secret. No one knows about it, about me.
Well, then, unconscious to that, what are some of the biggest achievements? Like, brag about yourself a little bit.
So my biggest achievement as a design manager is to build a design team of 11 in 1 year, and a really high quality designers, like only seniors, and they love to work. So as this is the most biggest achievement as a design manager. My biggest achievement as a simple Diana, 10 years old, shy lady, is to feel confident about herself and grow from the really, really small Russian town. It's not a city, it's not even a city, it's town, like 50k people lives in there.
Wow.
To live in Portugal and love their lives and feel happy. Feeling happy is my most important achievement.
So for 2022, just starting, is there any big goals you have for your company, for yourself? Honestly, anything personal, work? What are some great things that you have in mind for this year?
So I think that 2020 second year is, I can call it C year. We are working in the company on interesting and really important project. We decided to add more value to our users to spend their Sweatcoins, and we start to build a interesting project. I can't say about
It's
it
okay.
publicly yet, but I think that this year we will make an announcement about it. And this is a completely new field for me, and I'm so excited about it, but I can't say anything about it.
Don't worry, that means it's important.
Yeah.
And then in terms of yourself, what do you do every day to make sure you feel your best, you feel successful before you start your day?
Yeah, so I have my own personal favorite routine. If I stick to, I'm happy.
Oh, great. Tell us
The
your entire routine.
Yeah. So the first thing is to drink water. So I'm coming to co-working space, buying a cup of latte, croissant, and fill bottle of water, and this is the start of the day. Then I start building a to-do list for me. Like, I'm pretty busy. I have back-to-back meeting for 5-6 hours, and I'm building to-do list for me. Like, what should I achieve today? And this is the second routine. To-do list is for me like this dopamine thing when you tick the mark, like done. It's amazing.
Best feeling.
The most favorite, best feeling ever. Yeah. Water, to drink a lot of water, to complete things, achieve things daily, like small things. It brings a lot of dopamine in my life, and I love it. And the last thing, like to walk with a doggy, it's a pleasure for me, like to pet him, to chill with other people and walk, because walk is important.
Do you have a lot
Yeah.
of value and money on Sweatcoin?
What do you mean?
Because don't you work there, so do you have a lot of steps and things like that on the app?
Oh, so I'm a kind of really average user, and for 3 years I achieved 5,000, more than 5,000 sweat coins. Usually I walk around 6-7 k a day. It's not much. It's not much. We have more for our active users. Yeah.
Okay, but if you're working a desk job, it's harder. It's one, some people just have different lifestyles.
Yeah.
So what is your best words of wisdom?
Believe in yourself.
And what is your happy place?
It's my happy place is not in this world. It's in a different world.
And what is something you look forward to every morning? You're excited about the day.
Start the day.
Excited to be alive.
Yeah, I'm 38 and I survived to 38 years old, and 1 day plus, it's a pleasure for me. Like I start enjoying my life and I'm pretty excited about each day that I'm living, and I'm trying to do my best and take as much as I could from the day. And when I usually wake up at morning, I feel exciting about plus 1 day. Like I can learn something this day. I can share my experience or anything else with others, and it makes me happy.
Great. And what is the most underrated part of being a design manager?
Let me think. Most underrated part to be as a design manager. So everyone think that it's their goal to their lives. Like mostly designers would love to be a design manager in latest of their career, but it's not a it's not a fun experience. It's not for everyone. Like you won't be doing design as much as you could if you love design. You would be focusing mostly on managing, like to balance between business, balance between design, and between decisions. And mostly you're gonna spend your time on meetings and not designing anything. So being a design manager is being like I'm joking about it, like talking head. Like you're gonna be a talking head and that's it.
Do you find it hard to make decisions, or are you pretty easy going and you know exactly what you want?
Usually I know exactly what I want. If I have any doubts, I have people to have a chat about it. Like I really love the company and founders with whom I'm working with. Like they're such a cool people. They are from different areas and they are responsible for different areas in the business. Like if I need some advice from the higher perspective, I would reach one of the founders, like about product, the second about tech and the infrastructure, the third one. So I'm happy that I have advisors and I learned so much from them. So
I like to
I'm
have other
grateful.
people's feedback. It's good for someone to help you. You don't feel alone.
Yeah.
So lastly, what do you want to be known for?
I would love to known for as a person who can build a healthy environment for designers and as a person who give designers an ability to thrive and do the best designs they could, and to give them all the credits on their designs.
Great. That was so inspiring. So
Yeah.
you love to manage your team, and you obviously didn't study this, but it's great that what you came to. So it's really interesting to hear your story and to find out more about you.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to have this chat.
So if people want to reach out or find you, do you have a LinkedIn, an Instagram, a website, any place that people could find you?
Yeah, in all the social medias, I'm on my real name. Like my name is Diana Prohoda. So please reach me on LinkedIn, Dribble, Behance account. So the same, Diana Prohoda.
Great. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much.
Hey, I hope you loved this episode. If you did, rate and review on Apple Podcast and Spotify, or send it to people who you would think would be interested in listening in. You can learn more about the guests in the show notes or on the Design Find Instagram. The Design Find podcast is under the Entrepreneurs Network.